Chat. Okay. I want you to know. Uh, God damn it. Sorry, just need a. Finally, it's working. Hello? Hello? Okay, I'm speaking well enough. Um, I am very tired today, and uh, so I don't know how long I'll be streaming, but I'm gonna try to stream as much as I can because I got like a few more days left before my school starts. So we finished Treehouse Troubles, Scottish Encounters, and Steamed Hams, which leaves us with Rebirth and Recovery, a drama of VVURMs, and the spinning wheels, which, like I said, I'll finish after I get an ending. But for this case, I'll be doing Rebirth and Recovery. Because it says here, Inko and Olivia goes on a camping trip to help her find peace after giving her goodbyes to Latican, which is Latican died last stream. And it was like the most tragic thing. I started crying. I don't know why, but let's continue. On my suggestion, Olivia and I decided to go on a camping trip for the second day of spring break. I had set up the tent with some difficulty while Olivia lit a fire in the place of the campsite we had reserved. She was surprisingly good at lighting a fire with the flint and tinder I had found. What is this flint and steel? And then again, it shouldn't have surprised me all that she would manage it with relative ease. It seemed like there was almost nothing she couldn't do with her hands, whether it was sketching, drawing comics, origami, or especially painting. Her hands seemed to work with miraculous dexterity. Once I had erected our shelter, she had a pleasant fire going. She went into our tent telling me that she had a surprise for me. No peeking, she said with that look. So I contented myself with gazing up at the stars, twinkling clearly without any light pollution to obscure them. I have to remember to get some good photographs for her so she can draw them on her tablet. Oh, she got a tablet to draw? And the thought of calls to my mind, a memory that was bittersweet, yet felt more bitter with the time passing. It was the last memory of our mad last minute dash to the winter formal so she could pay her final respects to our mentor, Latican. We're going to make it, we're going to make it, I had chanted to myself, my heart hammering, and I was so certain that we would. It would be like something out of a movie where we narrowly beat the clock so she could give her triumph speech and then live happily ever after. Quite dramatic silence from her captive audience, the thunderous applause, fade to black, roll credits. The end. I sighed, recalling the look of hopelessness and defeat on her face as clearly as though gifted with a photographic memory. I had been crushed by our mutual failure, and God only knew how she herself had felt. And then we went home and gazed at the stars, just like I was doing now. For a moment, time seemed non-existent. I was there again, holding her close. I, I was here now, gazing at the same stars, same as they had been in a relative way. The anguish I had felt for her then was the same as now. And then I can't look up anymore. Okay, you can turn around. That dress. Well, how do I look? You still look beautiful in it. She stammers out a reply. Really? Yes, I always thought you looked beautiful in it. You just wore it only once, that one time. I was worried you didn't like it. Inko, you bought this for me. You said it was an early Christmas present. I've always liked this dress. I just didn't like the memory associated with it. But that's why I want to wear it now. Because I want to create new memories to go with it. That I don't want to hang in our closet like some specter of the past. It deserves to be worn. Sorry, but I just I want to take a picture of this. It's so adorable. Oh, good. Why'd you have to die? Why did the creators have to make you die? I mean, I know it's not exactly camping attire. Doesn't matter. You can wear whatever you want, and that's as good as a reason as any. She sighs, content with my approval. Thanks. I seat myself next to her on the bench. That's what I want this week to be about. Making a new happy memories before I get to work on getting my life back on track. Starting next week. Sounds like a plan. First, I want to get my GED so I can start feeling like hikikomori neat. I'll help you study for it. You don't mind? No, not at all. Just be like old times, studying together, playing video games, or watching anime afterwards. Don't talk about video games and animes. I've already indulged in that enough. Okay, but remember, it's fine to unwind once in a while so you don't burn out. Fair enough. And then when I got my GED, I want to work on that painting. The one you told Latican you wanted to paint? Yes, I can't keep putting it off. I gently take her hand, our fingers curling together. I'll help you with it. I guess I get lots of good pictures of the fountain for you. Thanks. Reaching into our cooler, I withdraw 2 bottles of Nicola Cola and open them with a keychain bottle opener. I hand her one and then hold out my own. Oh, the new beginnings. She clings her bottle against mine. The new beginnings. We enjoy our soda in silence for a moment, then set to work making s'mores. We pierce our marshmallow with 2 sticks I found earlier and hold them next to the fire. My own marshmallow goes up in flames like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man after crossing the streams. I bring the flaming morsel close enough so I can blow it out, then look with dismay at the charred goo. No salvaging that. I wipe the mess off with a paper towel, then put another marshmallow on my stick, making sure not to hold it too close this time. Okay, the tip to make a good marshmallow, like a good s'mores, you gotta hover it over the fire, and you just keep on spinning as fast as you can. Okay, it will evenly cook the whole thing. Once it's partially toasted, I smear a gooey sugary mess onto my graham cracker. I sandwich it with a square of fancy European chocolate and another cracker, and take a bite. The taste brings back a flood of memories that caused me to break out into a song. Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Grandel. Camp is very entertaining, and they say we'll have fun if it stops raining. The fuck are you singing? It's Camp Grandel. Never heard of it before? No, can't say I have. My dad taught it to me when we went camping once. He and I and mom. Oh yeah? You should go camping a lot with your folks? No, it was just one time. Oh. I asked him if we could do that every year, and he said yes, but I understand. What about you? I bet you went camping with your folks a lot. You lit that fire like a pro. My dad took me a few times with the pains. I think like 4 or 5 times, I'm not sure. bet those were fun times. They were. My dad used to carry me on his back and we go hiking together. She sighed contentedly as she recalled the memory. We never got tired, no matter how far or how high we hiked. I kept urging him on and he never needed to stop for a break. Sometimes I'd fall asleep with my head on his back. That sounds nice. It was. I haven't thought about that in years. She growled at me. What? I can't get that melody out of my head now. Sorry. I swear I've heard that melody before, even if I don't know what the hell Camp Granda is. It's from a ballet called Dance of the Hours. I don't know nothing about classical music. Neither do I, but I know it's the movie Romantasia, the part with the dancing hippos. Oh, I remember now. I used to love that movie when I was little. Me too. That damn melody is still stuck in my head. Do you want me to teach you the rest of the song? May as well. After 10 or so minutes of me reciting Camp Granda to her, Olivia managed to memorize the song and was now singing it on her own. Take me home, oh mother, father, take me home, I hate Granda. I don't know how the rhyme go. I don't know how the song actually sounds. So I hope I'm not getting copyrighted for it. Don't leave me out in the forest, where I might get eaten by a bear. Take me home. I promise I would not make noise or mess the house with other boys. Oh, please don't make me stay. I've been here one whole day. What's that? Don't worry, it's a bear. I'll protect you from it. Sure, you can distract it while I make my escape. Har har. It's getting closer. A figure emerges from the shadow that wasn't a bear, it was a person. Damien? Who are you? Stella. Hi. Hi there. I thought I heard singing, so I went to check it out. Her eyes light up as she inspects Olivia further and she lets out a small squeal. Oh my god, I love your dress! You almost look like Fu from Samurai Champloo. Thanks, I'm always happy to meet a fellow weep. Just as quickly, her eyes become downcast. Think I'm a weep? No, I mean look, I didn't mean like that. I'm a massive weep myself, and my boyfriend here is almost as a big weep as I am now. We finished watching all of Fist of the North Star 1 and 2 not too long ago. Oh, I love Hoku no Ken. Hoku no Ken. Except for all those pesky clip show episodes. Oh, I'm not bothering you guys, am I? The way she went from happy to sad quickly was endearing, yet slightly worrying. I couldn't help but be as friendly as possible towards her. Not at all. I'm Miko. This is Olivia. We're camping here for spring break. I'm Stella, and I'm here with my friend Rosa. We thought it was just us two when we reserved the neighboring camping space. We must have both reserved them at around the same time. What a cosmic coincidence. The eyes of the Gregorus Stegosaurus light up brighter than before. Do you really think so? Maybe? You mind if I bring Rosa over to meet you guys? Not at all. You don't mind, do you? Nah, she seems nice. And the more the merrier. Huh, now I feel bad we didn't invite Damien and Liz to join us, assuming they could have made it. Actually, do you remember when I told you I didn't part with the pains on the best of forms? Yeah, but you got along with them yesterday during brunch. I remember Sophia was happy to see the both of us make us waffles. Randy had seemed a little subdued, but Vinny, who must have grown a foot taller, had leapt into Olivia's lap and hugged her fiercely. Damien hadn't been there though. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I might have said something nasty to Damien and Liz before I left last year. I couldn't hide the disappointment in my voice. Oh, Olivia, I thought you two were getting along ever since the day at the restaurant. We were, and I'm grateful to you for telling us both off. But I guess I Still feel insecure that she's still running laps around me while I'm still struggling to get out of first gear. I take her hand and give it a gentle squeeze. I'll help you with that. That's what this week is all about. Thanks. The happy Stego returns with a Latina Equilops in tow. Yo! Okay, I like this design a lot. Rosa, this is Ingo and Olivia. Ingo, Olivia, this is Rosa. But buenos noches. How are you this evening? Oh, great. Olivia and I enjoy spring break. What brings you two out here? Ordinarily, Stella and I would be doing our yearly camp out in my backyard, but this year she insisted we camp here instead. I'm determined that she at this exact campsite intersect with one of the Earth's ley lines. I was hoping to get more accurate tarot readings tonight, but none of our usual group could make it this year. That's okay, maybe you could give Olivia and I a reading. The Stegosaurus looks overjoyed. Really? Stella, perhaps that we can wait until we've had dinner? The two of them went back to their campsite and returned with food. Rosa made bean and cheese flatters for all of us. Olivia and I put bits of diced hot dog meat in them for added protein. Then we all made s'mores while sharing the soda I had brought. They told us they had graduated from Volcano High in 2020. I told them we had gone to St. Hammond for the year 2023 to 24 year, while they carefully omitting the fact Olivia hadn't graduated. What the fuck do you mean? Olivia was showing her doodles and comics to Stella, who was gushing over them. You're so talented. You should really consider making a webcomic. I've been toying with the idea of doing that. I suppose I could use my streaming audience for that. Streaming audience? Cross-pollination into different media is always healthy for artistic growth. I know you can do it. Thanks, Stella. What are your interests and hobbies, Nino? I'm into photography. I'm always looking for good landscape shots for Olivia to paint, either on her tablet or with a canvas. I pull out my phone portfolio for the happy Equilops. Those are very beautiful flowers you captured. Thank you. You like flowers? I was the head of the gardening club at Volcano High, and now I'm the director of the botanical garden where Stella works with me as my assistant. Oh snap, color me impressive. Oliver and I will have to visit later this week. She can draw your garden. As conversation wore down, Stella brought up her tarot reading hobby again. Would you both like a reading now? Sure, why not? I catch Rosa hastily making the sign of the cross while muttering a prayer under her breath. I watch Stella shuffle her deck with all the practiced dexterity of a dealer at a casino. She then extends the deck for Olivia to take a card. My girlfriend gazes down with worry and at the very macabre looking cards in her hand. Death? It's in the upright position, and that's a good thing. It is! An upright death card symbolizes change, rebirth, and metamorphosis. You're on the correct path into transforming into your true self. Really? That's what I've wanted for so long. That's what this week is supposed to be about. Then don't stop. I believe in you, Olivia. Stella's enthusiasm was so infectious it was hard not to feel excited myself. Now you, Ingo. My hand was trembling. I take a card from the deck and I inspect it. The lovers? Oh no. What's wrong? Can't you see it's right side down? It's a bad thing? I'm afraid so. What is it? What does it mean? The prognostic Stego seemed to be searching for a tactful way to tell me what was wrong. Typically, an upside down lover signifies disharmony in one's romantic relationship or even irresponsibility. I see. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. As long as you are made aware of the coming problem, you can still sidestep it. So it's not a problem I have now, but something I could have? Maybe. My mind began to race backwards in time to when I had first met Olivia, then went on fast forward to the present. Could I have done something wrong in the past? No, no, surely not. I have always been there to support and protect her. How often has she depended on me to care for her and help her through conflict? That was all I wanted. How could that lead to imbalance in the future? Noticing my expression, Olivia's gaze softened. Relax, Inko. If there's anything wrong, believe me, you'll be the first to know, as long as we are communicating, right? Oh yeah. Four of us hang out some more, chattering to each other, and for a time, it felt like high school again. Then Stella and Rose bid us good night and returned to their campsite. Olivia and I crawled to our tents and snuggled close to each other. Oh. I lay on my back, gazing at the canopy and just barely able to make out the light of the stars. Olivia's arms lay across my chest and her tail wrapped around one of my legs. Hey, hmm? I'm staring at nothing. Well, I guess I was lost in thought. You haven't blinked for a few minutes now. You were watching me? She giggled. I was wondering when you were going to kiss me goodnight like you usually do. Oh, sorry. Oh, oh, oh god, what happened? What happened later in the story? Oh god. Oh god. This game is making me too fucking emotional and this is a mod! It's a mod! Are you thinking about what Stella said? I sighed heavily. I guess. Don't worry about it. I believe in any of that occult bullshit. Anyway. I could tell she was just saying that. But you were so happy when Stella told you what your card meant. That's only because I heard exactly what I wanted to hear. It's just a card. Doesn't mean anything. That's what I kept trying to tell myself. Hey, listen, I meant it when I said I'd tell you if you were doing something wrong. Have I done anything wrong in the past, though? She made that deep purring that I love and nuzzled my left ear. No, you've always been there to take care of me, and I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm unlucky for having this condition, but when I'm with you, I feel like the luckiest unlucky person in the world. Also, this is the first time I'm seeing Inko without the sunglasses. Hearing those words made my heart flutter. To be needed by her made my chest swell with pride until it ached. I turned to her and my eyes had adjusted enough to see her playful, mischievous smile under those half-lidded yellow and silver eyes. Inko, I love you. I planted a kiss on her snoot between her nostrils, her eyes closing as my lips made contact. She sighs in that way, and that way I love that made her sound so helpless. I love you too. Oh? The four of us rose shortly after dawn. Stella and Rose came back to our campsite and we all enjoyed breakfast together. Hold on, I need to go to the bathroom really quick. Olivia and I finished packing up with plans to go to the botanical gardens afterwards. Then Rosa came up to ask me, Inko, Nino, mind if I talk to you in private for a moment? Oh, sure, Rosa. What about? Just some friendly advice I like to give you. Hey, you're not trying to move in on my man, aren't you? The Aqualops laughed heartily. Not at all, Olivia Nina. I would never do such a thing. Besides, I already have someone else. I think I know who it is. What's up? I wanted to talk about Stella's predictions last night. Oh, that. Listen, no offense, but I don't believe in any of that stuff. And ordinarily, I will tell you that you are wise for not putting any faith into the black arts. But in Stella's case, I would make an exception. Oh really? Why? Rosa paused as though carefully considering what she was going to say next. Understand, I know I have known Stella for years and she's like a sister to me. Oh. Well, I thought it was. Oh. Oh. I'm so sorry. And though I have always tried to gently discourage her fascination with the occult and to turn her gaze to a more righteous cause, she held up her rosary. I've often been forced to recognize the astonishing accuracy of her predictions. I see. So you think she's right about me? Of that, I do not know of certain. The Lord works in mysterious ways, and anymore I have to come to believe He is working through her in order to give guidance for those who need it most. And believe me, Iko, I do not say that lightly. I may not believe in what Stella believes in, but I believe in her. Understand? So what should I do? I've only just met you two, but I can already tell that Olivia has a great deal of potential, but I can sense it's being held back by self-doubt. If you want to help her, you must support her. But I have been supporting her. I know I can tell your love for her is boundless, but I must ask you, have you been giving her the right kind of support? Once again, I think back to when I first met her, and then up until now, then guilt washes over me. Now that you mention it, there may have been some times I was overprotective of her. You were like her knight in shining armor, no? I certainly like to think of myself like that. I understand. That is only natural, and I appreciate that you are willing to admit that you have been overprotective of her in the past. Sure, but is that such a bad thing? Being overprotective sometimes is a bit of a bad thing. Sometimes. She was silent a moment as she considered me. Listen to me. Support we want to give our loved ones is not always the support that they need. If you truly want to support Olivia, then you mustn't be afraid to see her get hurt. I know, but she's been hurt so much already. Yeah. Oh, God. The Aqualops size. Well, if I wasn't worried before, then I definitely am now. I was starting to feel like I was being scolded. I'm sorry, Rosa. I understand what you mean. I just don't know how to support her without supporting her too much. Just be there for her, be a shoulder to cry on, but do not be her crutch. Her words finally catch me off guard, and suddenly I am there with Olivia in the rain again, listening to her beg and plead for me not to make her responsibility for what she had done. And I had come very, very close to saying roughly the same thing, to stop using her excuses as a clutch. Instead, I had told her comforting words, and that I will always be her friend. Rosa, I understand, and now I feel it's my fault she didn't reach her full potential. Don't, Inko. It was as much her choice then as it was yours. Whatever it is you are thinking of, you mustn't allow yourself to think of her as being solely your responsibility. She made her choices as well. She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. But only if you have faith in her. Thank you, Rosa. I think I get it now. Rosa and Stella left before us. We began making our way down the trail to the parking lot. So what were you and her talking about? Oh well, like she said, she wanted to give me some advice. Advice for how to treat ladies. I flashed her a shit-eating grin. Something like that. She scoffed and rolled her eyes, but I couldn't tell she was giddy with self-consciousness. And as we walked back in companionable silence, I thought back to those times I had shielded her and wondered how much differently things would have turned out if I hadn't. No, the time for regret was over. It's time to embrace the future. I only hope I could give Olivia the right help this time. After a memorable spring break that involved brunch, camping, a trip to the botanical garden, sightseeing, and dinner at Little Trudon, Olivia and I got back into school spirit the following week, with hours upon of study session. Every day I come home from college finding Olivia immersed in her practice test for the GED. She would greet me with the usual cheerful smile, and then we eat sandwiches she had made, and then study together. To better simulate the experiences of being back at St. Hammond's, she and I will take turns being the teacher. Psst, hey Inko. Miss Halford, no talking during class. Yes, Professor. I stick a piece of gum in my mouth. Mr. Needle, that better not be gum. Spit it out. And I really spit the water. Oh. Only so she. No. That's disgusting. Ew. ABC gum is the best gum. Still, that was in my mouth. So was this. She stuck her tongue out at me. It's almost 4 o'clock. Professor Nino, may I be excused? Oh, you have written permission, Miss Halford? No, but I got a good excuse. It had better be. It's almost time for my stream. Should we rate Olivia later? I suppose I could allow it. Thanks, Professor. She left for our bedroom and shut the door. Soon, I could just make out her muffled voice as she spoke to her audience and began drawing them more landscape paintings on her tablet. My own coursework for the day, I turn on the TV and proceed to zone out to whatever I can find. 2 hours later, Olivia emerges from our bedroom. Hey, how did the stream go? Good. I reached a 7k followers. Bro, do our stream, baby. Nice. Even made almost $100 from tip. Okay. That's pretty good for 2 hours. Sounds like you're picking up steam. It's looking that way. Something wrong? I do still have one detractor. Still. Yeah, it could even be more than one or just the same asshole on multiple accounts. Anyway, a few days ago, I did the one thing I hoped I never had to do and assemble a crack team of Jennies to sweep up my chat. I see. Are they working? Pretty much. Stream chat is pleasant like 99% of the time, but when it's not, they're pretty good about clamping on it. Occasionally I'll see a nasty message before they get it. Then I have to try and keep a straight face. Sorry that happens. She shrugged. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. It's practically a given that you find people like that everywhere. I'd be lying if I said I haven't done my fair share of trolling and shitposting. But some of these people are just plain cruel. It's like they have nothing better to do. They know better than me, just ignore them. They have no power. Eventually, they'll get bored and lose interest. Yeah, I know that already. I'm still in mostly a positive mood. That's good. So, want to call it a day and unwind with another monster movie? Sure. She snuggles next to me and I put on a movie. After a month of studying and cramming for a GED, Olivia took the test and passed it. To celebrate, I treated her to dynamos. I was working on my lasagna bolognese while Olivia was enjoying her pizza piled high with anchovies. She finished the final slice with a sigh of content. That's better. Thanks, I needed that. You've earned it, especially after scoring a 93%. Wow! I didn't want to half-ass it. I wanted to make it up to myself for just giving up last year. I'm surprised I managed to do even that well. The way you were studying was worrying me this month. I lost count of the number of times I found you passed out over your coursework. Thanks for carrying me to bed all those times. God damn it, just fucking marry already! It's not hard! And go get on your knee, okay? You just gotta bend one knee, ring on your hand says, will you marry me? It's that easy! It's that easy! And I just had to study hard every day. I woke up with a feeling like there was a fire lit under my ass, and the only way I could put it out was to study until my eyes fell out. Some nights that was the only way I could get to sleep anyway. Do you have insomnia? Sometimes worrying about my future and not passing would make me awake, so I keep studying until I was too tired to think or care about anything. It's actually a relief to be so exhausted you can fall asleep without any trouble, so I just kept doing that. Yeah, I felt that on my second term of IT. That shit was so stressful. I could not stop panicking. I was screaming. I was pulling my hair out. I don't know if I streamed that much during that time, but like I remember being like so much stress that I couldn't stop thinking about my work. But now I'm on my break, but I have to go back next week to go another term. Then after that's my second year, then third year, then I have to worry about the future. But the future is for the future me. Today we focus on the present. I knew you were pushing yourself, but I didn't realize it was that hard. It was all worth it though. After all that, my brain is so fried, I'm not going to feel the least bit of bad about taking a couple days off to binge anime and video games. Take as much time for relaxation as you need. No need to burn yourself out. Sure, but I don't want to take too much time. Still need to keep my promise and make that painting. Also keep up with streaming. How's that been going, by the way? Better! I reached 10,000 followers the other day! I fell off! Nice! With all that studying, I still made enough in tips that I can not only cover my portion of the rent this month, but even pay all of it off. Oh, you don't need to do that. Please, let me just this once. I want to pay you back for another months for plus treating me to pizza tonight. Okay, deal. Speaking of which, you want dessert? Sounds perfect. What'd you like? Olivia gazes down the dessert menu. I have a feeling she might say you. You pick for both of us. I'm easy. Okay then. Ooh. I don't know this, but definitely tiramisu. When the waiter comes over, ask for a box of my unfinished lasagna and then ask for 2 desserts. Once we're alone, I ask for something that had been on my mind. So, when you finish the painting, do you think you'll continue streaming or did you want to take a look into getting an art degree? I'm not sure. I've been trying to get through things one at a time for now, but I have not been thinking about that. Well, I hope one day I gain enough followers and enough money that I can do full-time streaming. Hopefully one day. I'm still young. Everyone has a beginning. I like streaming, but I don't know how reliable a career that would be a long term, and I've always been thinking more about going to college to get a degree because she gazed that lit candle between us. I want to be a teacher like Lanigan someday. Fuck, that's so sweet. Fuck. I think you'll be a wonderful teacher. Thanks. It's just that ever since that night in the bistro when we saw that grandfather pass on his title to Miguel. I can't get it out of my head. That fire I mentioned before that was making me study so hard, I think it was the flames that can pass on to me. If I could be to the others what he was to me, and to find someone I could pass that flame on to that. She teared up a little. I feel whole if I could do that. I nodded solemnly. The only thing stopping me from doing that right now is the money for schooling. And I'm afraid I may have blown whatever chances I had at a scholarship by dropping out and getting my GED. I know how that is, because getting my own scholarship was a pain. It's like some of these committees won't even consider you unless you're some straight A valedictorian with a bunch of extracurricular stuff to your name. Kinda like someone we know. We both chuckle a little, then Olivia looks guilty. No, I shouldn't be thinking that. Liz is a good person and a good friend. I have no right to be bitter at her. Oh, I didn't think you were talking about bitterness. I was, and it's not fair, especially when I thought once that she could help me sell my art one day. Like a light bulb flicking on, Olivia gives me an idea. Maybe Liz could help Olivia sell some of her art now. I still kept in touch with Liz though, messaging, and I knew she was interning at the art museum while in school. She even mentioned something about already learning the ins and outs of that business. But would she be willing to help? No? Olivia was so full from a meal that she needed me to push her back to our apartment. Once out of the car, she was half asleep in her wheelchair once we were inside. I carried her to slumber in her food coma, then go back to the living room. Sitting down on the couch, I pulled out my phone and began texting Liz. She said she and I catch up for a good half an hour, exchanging stories and updates. Then I asked her if we could meet at the restaurant we went to last year so I can ask her for a favor. Oh, finally I got that shit repaired. You want to meet at that restaurant? I wanted to talk to you about Olivia. I want to help her with something. Oh, sure thing. What did you need help with? Could you help sell some of her art maybe? Or... I might, okay. Meet me at Newland, we can talk about it there. I was a little worried she wouldn't want to help, so it came as a relief when she took me to meet her. With that, I settled in and watched some TV before feeling tired enough to crawl to bed myself. Hey, it's Liz, and she didn't change much. True to her word, Liz was there, and it was just 7 minutes to noon when I got there and found her already seated. Waving as I walked over, I seat myself. Hey, long time no see. Right? School's keeping us all busy these days. Where's Olivia? I thought you and I could talk this over? This scrutinized me the way our former teacher at St. Hammond would have. But didn't you want me to help sell some of her art? I did. So then why can't she be here to talk to me about it? I didn't think she'd need to be here. Does she know you're here and why? I told her I was meeting you for lunch to talk about something important. And that's it. And why did you think she didn't need to be here with you, let alone know what you were talking about, which concerns her? The way Liz was talking to me now was reminding me of Rosa. It was sort of the spur of the moment, and I thought she might be too afraid to talk to you. Why? She told me that she still feels insecure around you. I see. Awkward silence hangs in the air. So you didn't think she felt comfortable asking me for help? I guess she wanted to surprise. I wanted to surprise her, assuming you'll be able and willing to help. Of course I'm willing to help. Why wouldn't I? Did she really not know that Olivia had something nasty about her to Damien? It occurred to me that Damien must have not told her for both of their sake, and knowing this, I changed my vector. I thought Olivia might be too embarrassed to ask help from you, even though she did before. Last year? Last year was different. Lanaken hadn't yet passed and she's been broken this entire time. I thought she was just needing me to support her as all. There's supporting someone and there's making decisions for them. It didn't occur to me that I was making decisions for her. That's the problem, a recurring one. Wait, how's that recurring problem? You've always had a tendency to make decisions for Olivia. It was even your idea that she moved in with you, and when things got sour between her and the Paynes, I still don't know all the details of that. She had nowhere else to go, and all she had to told me at the time it was she needed a place to stay, so I suggested she move in with me. I didn't even know things had soured between them until she told me recently. I see. Okay, maybe this whole thing didn't happen in the main game. Maybe it's just like a side, like alternate, like a fan ending. I see. Alright, I get that you are coming from there, but if you hadn't been there, that she might reconsider what she was doing and make peace with them. I suppose, but who's to say she shouldn't have been able to move in with someone else if she wanted? Look, there's no easy way for me to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. Olivia's always had a tendency towards learned helplessness, and I'm afraid you're only encouraging it. I'm not even sure how to respond to that. I don't even understand. I know you want to help her. I want to help her too. I don't even mind the idea that she'd be using me anymore, because I know that it's often not what you know, it's who you know. I've been doing everything to make connections to help with my future business, so I don't begrudge her wanting to use the connection she has either. I think she can benefit from each other and still be friends. But she shouldn't be the one to come to me first. Oh, she should have been the one to come to me first, not you. I'm growing frustration at myself. Alright, I should have run the idea by her first to ask you. I guess I was just afraid that she'd be too afraid to ask. Again, that's the problem. I know. I made a decision for her. Look, we don't need a belabor the point. Just as long as you're aware of this problem, I want to help Olivia. You want to help Olivia, but also need her to help herself. Right. She has been doing that. She's been on fire lately. I know I was happy for her when she told me she got her GED and scored so high, and I know she hasn't stopped painting, whether it's on a canvas or on her tablet. Oh god. So you see the VTubers in this world? I mean, it's like a human world, but also a dino world. But what do you think dino VTubers would be? Would they be like actual dinos, or would they be like half human or like pure human? I've seen some of her art streams. You have? Yes, they are very relaxing. Her raspy voice sounds very sweet when she's just talking gently about what she's painting. She's like a dino Bob Ross. Who? Just somebody who would paint on his TV show. It was like ASMR before ASMR, but I like seeing that side of Olivia. Liz's face becomes wistful. I wish you could have showed me that side of her more often in school. She has a hard time making connections with people sometimes. I know I can be the same way, which is why I've always envied Damien for being such an extrovert. I began to think that was the one thing Olivia and I had in common. Kind of ironic, huh? I suppose it is. Alright then, down to business, because this is a sort of business meeting. Elena Scarborough, the owner and operator of the art gallery, is holding an exhibition for amateur artists. All the proceeds will go to charity, but the amateur artists will keep whatever they make off what they can sell. Sounds perfect. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it though. You shouldn't expect to sell a lot and make out like banners at most. At most, Olivia might make a few $100s if she's lucky. This is more about getting her name out there and making some connections. That works too. It could also be a good way for her to advertise her art streams. Wonderful, I'll put her down for one of our slots. Feeling an immense weight lift off my shoulders, I enjoy the rest of the lunch with Liz, who tells me about a plan to continue interning under Elena before moving to attend another college. I was just glad she hadn't moved yet, and that the stars had seemingly aligned for this moment. Oh, but explaining it to Olivia though. My return home is to find Olivia hard at work on her painting. Hey! Hey you dork, so how's your lunch with Liz? It's great. Listen, she's helping to organize the event for aspiring artists to show off and maybe sell their work, an amateur art exhibition, and she wants you to attend. Really? Okay, she's happy. You bet. That's the best news I've heard in a while. When is it? This next week at the art gallery. Then we'll have to make printouts of what I've drawn on my streams. Speaking of which, that gives me an idea for selling merch to my audience. Oh, okay. This is a great idea. So anyway, I thought you'd be relaxing today. I'm relaxing. I thought about just checking out for a while to play video games and watch anime like I said. But then I got to looking at those photographs you took. They're beautiful, by the way. Your best work. Thanks, I made sure to put all into them for you. And you did, because once I began studying them, I could see my painting clearly, and I decided to work while I was feeling it. So, can I look? No, not yet. Oh, okay then. One doesn't simply look at a masterpiece while it's being created. That's rude. I defer to your judgment then. That's right. You will. When it's done, will you bring it to the art exhibition? I suppose I will. It is supposed to be my masterpiece after all. It wouldn't make sense to show it. I've been thinking. I don't know why, but I've been thinking. Maybe I should start getting into art. I've just gotten really into art recently, and I thank this game for it, because holy shit, after the whole thing, right, I opened up my notebook for the very first time I started drawing, right. My drawing ain't that good, okay. I tried drawing one of my OCs yesterday, right, and it's struggling because I didn't know how to draw a face and a hair and eyes. Even if I don't know what it looks like yet, I know it's going to blow everyone away, including your competition. Right. Something wrong? No, I just... Inko? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you for everything. Oh, okay. The fated day arrived and I was helping Olivia set up her artwork. The space... Oh, she's wearing the dress again. The space Liz had assigned... What the hell am I wearing? Because put a coat over it. The space Liz had assigned us all was in a corner of the room reserved for exhibitions. Around us were the collected works of other artists, most of them who were older than Olivia. Each person's art was segregated from each other into classes with their creators in the middle of the display. And her art piece is there. Olivia was in the epicenter of her own displays, with her painting of the fountain displayed prominently behind her. We had worked out beforehand how much she wanted to charge for each painting and was fixated and a fixed price tag to them, but it came to her masterpiece, she was reluctant to give it a price. I figured that if someone wants to make an offer, she could negotiate with them. How are you feeling? A little intimidated, to be honest. Why? Because this feels like a different league than St. Hammond's. Not that there weren't other talented students there, but it seemed like none of them took their craft as seriously as me. Now I'm surrounded by the other serious artists like myself, and I guess I got used to feeling like a big fish in a small pond or something. It's humbling but also scary. Don't be scared. They probably feel the same as you. You're probably right. Except for the guy over there. He looks serious. Oliver pointed to one of the artists who stood proudly between his work, arms folded, a steely gaze on his face. I couldn't help but notice that he put a $1,000 price tag on his largest painting. He does, but you're easily on the same level. I don't feel that way now. Relax, you'll do fine. Just believe in yourself. You know, if Olivia was an artist nowadays, right, I would buy her painting. I would buy her painting than whatever modern art is now, because it's just like random shapes and like weird stuff that I don't understand. Olivia merely grunted. Do you mind if I leave you alone for a bit to mingle? Go ahead, I can take care of myself. I leaned forward to plant a chaste kiss on her cheek before leaving her. Oh, who is that? Hey Liz, hey Nicole, were you and Olivia good to get set up? We sure were. You've done a bang up job organizing all this. Hey you, who this? And I just now noticed a surly looking triceratops behind Liz. He's glowering at Riley. This is Inko. Inko meet Riley. Is this a Boondocks reference? I don't know. I have a feeling it is. Because he looks so much like Riley. He looks so much like one of the other characters, the dumb little one. So, how's it going? The young Triceratops merely nods his head upwards at me. Sup? Riley's a very talented urban artist. Man, I don't need you patronizing me with some talented urban artist bullshit. Just say what we already know. I'm from the hood and you're just doing charity work by sticking me here. Take pity on the... I'm gonna say that word. You have to forgive him if it comes off a little abrasive. Shorty, I ain't even begun to get a little abrasive up in this bitch. So what's with the Humi? He's an artist too? Well, actually I'm a photographer, but I'm here to support my girlfriend. Ew. I fucking knew it! It's a Boondocks reference! Cause the character says like that shit gay. Like okay, first we got a Sekiro reference, we got a Metal Gear Solid reference, and now we got a Boondocks reference. Oh, what else? What else? What? I'm sorry, but how exactly does me supporting my girlfriend make me a gay? Cause you sound like some beta male simp and all like, I'm supporting my girlfriend. I hold her purse where she keeps my nuts for her and buy her feminine care products at the store. His baton of my voice rubs me the wrong way, as does his raucous laughter, but I decide to play it cool and flip it back on him. Okay, maybe someday your own girlfriend will make you do things for her when you actually get one. Hell nah, I know you didn't just go there. Oh, I went there. Yeah, well maybe I'm just too much of an OG to not be putting all my homies before my hoes. Homies before hoes? I don't know. Seems kinda gay. Man, fuck you, fucking crack ass motherfucker. I hope I didn't say anything offensive. I was just reading off. Oh, okay, fuck. Okay, maybe I don't know if crack ass is insulting or it's like very problematic. The Triceratops walks away muttering a litany of curses and colorful efforts. Cute kid. He's actually a very talented street artist though. See for yourself. I look past Liz towards Riley's section and I see his graffiti style artwork, all of which is quite mesmerizing to look at. Well, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. You should tell him that he needs all the encouragement he can get. He comes from a broken home and has it pretty rough. That's why he's so standoffish, but I can't really tell it means a lot to him to hear praise. I feel like if I said anything nice to him, he'll call me gay again. I'll be sure to chat with him later. Great, now you excuse me, I have to get back to work. Duty calls. I turn around and walk to the perimeter of the gallery, admiring all the various artworks from all walks and all styles. I even considered buying a few. Then I see the sight which makes my heart jump into my throat. Oh my god! Ben is looking like fucking Tony Stark, and why is Mia looking like she dresses up as Spider-Gwen? But this is nice hair though. But I can't forgive what you did. I take a deep breath and return his greeting. Hey Ben, long time no see. I try to maintain as pleasant an attitude as possible, even as searing feeling of awkwardness lances in its way through my mind. Last time I spoke to him, I had called him a psycho and slammed the door in his face. Then I went to comfort Olivia, safe and protected in her cocoon of blankets, video games and anime. Seeing both of them together now fills me with a primal urge to chase off the invaders who were threatened to hurt my dear Gator girl. I take another breath. No surprise to see you guys here. What, you sorry we're here to rain on your parade? I didn't say that, Mia. I just really wasn't expecting to see you two, but it's nice to see you both again. It's nice to see you too. So, how's Olivia doing? She's very excited to be here tonight. She studied very hard last month to get her GED. Now she's been given a chance to show off her artwork to the world. She might even make some money. I'm very glad to hear that. It can't have been easy to pull her out of her shell. I mean, I didn't pull her out kicking and screaming. I was just there to support her. Yes, but your support hasn't always brought to her benefit in the past, has it? Oh, Ben, please don't do this, not now. Who would have invited these two chuckle fucks anyway? Was it Liz? My man races with language and more colorful than anything Riley had said a moment ago. And I hate it when I get like this. It feels so not me. I guess I must have done something right because she's here now and she's been much better and happier than a year ago. Perhaps my advice not giving her any more pity points must have finally gotten through to you. I don't know why Ben is such a dick now. But don't engage. Go off on bed. Don't engage. Don't go. Oh. Don't engage. Don't engage. Don't engage. I close my eyes and shake my head. You know what, Ben? I'm not doing this with you right now. I could go off on you again, but I won't. Because this is Olivia's moment, and I'm not going to risk it rooting for her. It was nice seeing you both again. Wait. I apologize for that. Why? Where was the lie in any of what you just said? Mia? Not now. Hey Ben, just cause I'm wearing this skirt right now don't mean I'm still wearing the figurative pants in this relationship. I'm well aware of that, Mia. But it goes right, this is Olivia's moment, not just her, but everyone here. For some of them, it may be even the last chance they get, and we still have no right to march in here all high and mighty. Ingo, I'm sorry for how I've been in the past, and I'm sorry for... Ben stops abruptly and I follow his gaze to the newcomer who appeared behind me. Fuck. Olivia, I'm sorry how I treated you in the past. You worked hard and overcame a great deal to be here right now. I'm proud of you. Uh, thanks, Ben. That means a lot to me. And it should, because I realize now that Anakin himself would be very proud of you. Indeed, you were always the crown jewel in his collection of students. A shimmering star amidst a constellation of other stars, none of whom shone as brightly as you. Your art always spoke volumes about not just your expression and your character, but Anakin's immense talent in teaching. None is more deserving of being here right now than you, and I know Anakin is looking down upon you with pride this very moment. Thanks. You might have been laying it on just a little thick, but thank you all the same. Mia? The Crimson Girl rolled her eyes. Alright, Livy, you did good, kid. And sometimes I haven't missed Anakin. Being here now makes me realize that she gonna show any more emotion than just anger. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, it was good to see you two again. Good luck to the both of you. Inko? Yes? Thank you. I have to go 10 later. Oh shit. This is a bot. I know this isn't canon to it, but like it still fucking hurts. For what? For I don't know. Just thanks. Later I find Riley next to his art displays. She's gonna call me gay again. He looked like he had cooled down from our first encounter. I recall that some past friendships I had made in school often got to rocky beginnings before an unspoken understanding was achieved. Hey again, Riley. What's up, homie? These are all really good, by the way. Thanks, I guess. Hey, is that your woman over there? The green chick in the wheelchair? Yep, that's Olivia. We've known each other since our senior year in high school. Cool. So let me ask you something. How are you supposed to get down into... I never wanted to punch a child more harder than... You don't fucking ask... You don't fucking ask someone that! What? You know how you're supposed to get your feet when her legs don't work or nothing? Can she even feel down there? Kid, for God's sake, she's not paralyzed from the waist down. Well, how was I supposed to know that? Telsh would have include you. It's still fully functional. Okay, so then why does she need that wheelchair for? She's just lazy or something? For your information, her knees can't support her weight. Just the act of standing puts tremendous strain on her. Alright, I got you, and sorry. It's all good. Just don't talk to her like that or she'll go upside your head with her tail. Okay then, so let me ask you something else. Do you get your freak on her, or are you one of them saving it for marriage tights? That's none of your business. I'm just messing with you, man. You need to lighten up. By the way, is your woman gonna enter the city art contest? No, I hadn't heard about that. Check it. Riley hands me a flyer of an upcoming contest. The winner will have their piece painted on the side of the recently reconstructed Civic Center, as well as a cash prize of $2,000. There will also lesser cash prizes for runner-ups. This is perfect for Olivia. And yeah, and how about that cash prize? You don't seem much like, but don't seem like much, but paper is paper. Don't know already would be far more valuable for any aspiring artist. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be notorious if you wanna get ahead in this business. Indeed. So you think a woman will do it? Don't call her. Just say you think your girlfriend will do it. Don't say woman. It's also I don't got words for it. I know she will. This is a chance for her to be judged fairly. You mean without people knowing she's a cripple? Yeah. I don't mean no disrespect or nothing. Oh, I know. To me, it's no different than being... Or me being a... I'm not gonna say that word just to be safe. You too, huh? Yeah, I was the only human at St. Hammond. What was that like? At first I liked the attention, but I learned quickly that just because they are paying attention to you doesn't mean they respect you. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I feel like an outcast, even when no one was going out of their way to make me feel that way. I just felt like an oddity. The token human, huh? I don't know what token means. Exactly. I mean, it was not all bad, but I always felt out of place. Is that what drew you to Olivia? Because she was different too? I look over to Olivia, who's chatting with a couple of patrons. That was part of it, but mostly she didn't care what other people thought, or at least she acted like she didn't care what that was the opposite of how I was. I wanted the attention, even if it was for something as superficial as a jacket and designer shades. Riley nods again. This time, he looks self-conscious. Olivia didn't want attention. She wanted respect. And she didn't want nobody to pity her. Exactly. So you didn't pity her? He raises an eyebrow at me and I'm unsure how to answer. All I can do is grapple with the question, even though it was a simple one. Look, man, you don't gotta tell me. It sounds disappointed and I can feel a burning sensation somewhere in my mind. You do love her though, right? For all my heart. The Triceratops laughs. That was a lot quicker to answer that time. Because it's true. Oh well. At least we know you ain't lying to yourself about that. You're a real perceptive kid. You gotta be perceptive to survive where I come from. And I ain't no kid neither. And I ain't that much younger than you. Oh, I thought you were... I'm in high school right now, okay? Damn, you need to grow a bit taller. I guess he was a late bloomer, so I feel bad for calling him a kid. Oh, Olivia and I graduated last year. In fact, I didn't need to mention that she didn't graduate. So you're still a kid too. I'm not legal drinking age, so yes, I guess I am. Hey, if you need some brew or liquor, I know someone who can help out with that. Thanks, but I'll pass. I knew you'd say that. I'm going back to Olivia and tell her about the art contest. Okay then, I'll see you around, homie. The Triceratops and I fist bump. I gained respect. Yay. Oh, I see the painting now. It looks beautiful. Nico, guess what? I sold some of my paintings. Really? Yes, there was a nice couple looking for some art for their restaurant and someone who wanted some art for their motel lobby and then a few others. I made $800 tonight. That's good. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and I exchanged contact information with a lot of people, even a few who said they may work for me designing stuff. Merch? That is really great. I'm so happy for you. Hi. Liz, tonight is going so well for me. I know I've already talked to a bunch of people about you. They say they're really impressed. Oh, I don't know how long is this mod, because it's already like an hour and 14 minutes and I still haven't played the story yet. But guess what? We're also streaming tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, which will be my last stream. But it's a bit sad. But who knows? Maybe if I'm feeling okay, I just might stream during my school weeks. Who knows? Really? They didn't mention my condition, did they? A few of them did, but it said it was empowering to see you succeed despite your condition. Oh, guess I'll escape that. Just remember that everyone who sees your artwork who hasn't met you won't even know about your condition. They'll just see the art and nothing more than that. And your name on the bottom right. You know, I hope Damien comes here. I don't know how it would be possible, but I just hope Damien would just come here. I guess that's true. Oh, and Inko, I saw you talking to Riley. What'd you think of him? He and I got along real well. He's a good guy once you get to know him. I had a feeling that you get along. He's really sweet once you get past his flaky exterior. I tried to get him to wear something nice for some occasion, but he just said, and I quote, "Hand-me-downs is all a," he word, has. So then I offered to rent him a tuxedo just for one day. I said to him, "We'll get you something that'll look dapper." And what did he say about that? He just said, and I quote, "F you, I ain't wearing no diaper." We all laugh at the phonetic miscommunication. Oh, speaking of which, Riley gave me this flyer for a citywide art contest. Really? An art contest? I had Olivia the flyer. She studies it intently. So what do you think? Are you up to it? I think I am. I already got some ideas for my submission. That's great. I'll bet you win too. What's with that sudden commotion at the entrance? I'll check. Oh gosh, I don't believe it. What is it? Is it Damien? Oh. Welcome McDuff just walked through the entrance. I don't know who that is. My eyes nearly bugged out my skull. Seriously? Who's that? He's only the president and CEO of X5, one of the largest private investment firms in the country. My parents met him once. So what is he doing here? Good question. What is he doing here? I guess you don't know that McDuff is also a collector of fine art. I guess he has one of the largest collections in the country. I feel like he might buy this. Okay, so why is he here? Isn't it obvious? He's here to buy art? Olivia, why should you worry about all of a sudden? You didn't even know who he was a moment ago. And now I know he's a powerful businessman, probably with a higher standard for art. I think you're making too big a deal out of it. It's easy for you to say you're not the one whose creations are on the line. The Gator girl looks out despairingly. All previous enthusiasm drained from her. Come on, don't act like that. We don't have a stake in this. Maybe we're your friends. Olivia starts breathing heavily. What if he doesn't like my art? Relax. Compared to everyone else, he's just another customer. No less, no more, no less. It's not like he go out of his way to hurt someone's reputation. In fact, I've heard he likes supporting small artists the most. Okay, I just wish he'd chosen any other time to come here. He just came here now because he wants to support artists who are just starting out. You should feel lucky. However, only groaned in worry. He watched as McDuff made his way through the gallery, carefully inspecting each artist's body of work while engaging them in conversation. Each time he purchased at least one piece from them, sometimes more. When he purchases a piece, a gallery worker will put a sticker marked "Sold" on the work in question. Liz began to show concern as McDuff approached Riley. Oh, please be on your best behavior and I don't mouth off to him or anything. The Triceratops didn't seem that less bit fazed by the businessman towering over him. Simply gave him the same defiance that he gave everyone. They chatted a bit, and McDuff even burst out laughing at one point. He even bought 3 of Riley's work. Jesus! Oh man, my man knows fine art. The two fist bump and McDuff continued to circle around the room. That went better than I hoped. Yeah, jeez. McDuff then goes up to the serious artist who puts a $1,000 price tag on his centerpiece. The two give a lengthy exchange and McDuff looks impressed. Then he buys the painting. Whoa. The son of a bitch actually sold it. Inko! I didn't mean any disrespect by it, I'm just impressed. Still, I noticed you hadn't put a price tag on your painting of the fountain. perfect moment arrives, and Macduff approaches us. Only now I noticed that the cane he was using was to help him with a limp. And which one of you two young ladies is Olivia Halford? That would be this young lady right here. Hi? Macduff chuckled. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How did you know my name already? He gestured to the sign next to her display. Oh, of course, silly me. You don't be so nervous, young lady. I'm afraid that's our fault. Inko and I already knew who you were, and we may have inadvertently made her nervous. Macduff nodded confidently. I see, my reputation precedes me. You think of me as another patron, no different than your other patrons this evening. Okay. He studies her portrait for a solid minute before commenting. Your work is quite exquisite. What school you go to? St. Hammond's. I apprentice under Trent Latican. Macduff tapped his cane and sighed. Latican. I was quite saddened to hear of his passing last year. You knew him? I met him once, even bought some of his art. It was a long time ago, but he made quite an impression. A rather eccentric fellow, though his passion was admirable. I kept a steady correspondence with him, as I do with most of everyone who I purchase. Though, to be honest, I like your art more than his. Really? Yeah. Although my reasons are rather subjective, I never did care much for expressionism. I always care about the skill that goes into making it, but my favorite kind of art was always the kind you didn't need to read a book or take a class to understand. The best art to me is the kind of art that speaks to everyone. My man is spitting facts, the kind you can. He trails off as he stares at Oliver's portrait on the fountain. Lose yourself in. Oh, thank you. I don't know what to say. Say, the price. Excuse me? Pay your price, my dear, for this portrait. I wish to have it, but I see no price tag. Oh, okay. I don't know which is a good choice. Whispered advice to Olivia. I recall my dad once gave me advice about negotiating whenever someone asks you to name your price. He said to always give them a figure that was higher than what you knew or what you thought you were worth. The worst they could do is say no and then make a counter offer. I whispered my advice into her ear. Okay, she's smiling. $2,000. Whoa. I told her to give her a huge figure than what she thought she was worth, but damn! It definitely an impressed sounding chuckle. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you told her just now, young man, but I admire her audacity. Very well. Mr. Duff began writing out a check. Oh, wait. I've changed my mind. Oh no, what's she doing? Oh, is something the matter? His tone is more both polite inquiry and disappointment. I decided I can't let this painting go for less than 5,000. Huh? 5? I mean, it's not worse than the 10,000 one, but 5? That's half of it. I tell the Macduff who only looks bemused. Well, there, young lady, so he knows what she's worth. 5,000 it is. This looks like somebody just told her that Damien actually had an IQ of 180 and a secret laboratory in his basement. Oliver, on the other hand, looks as though Ben just proposed to her. Imagine that. Why did she look so upset? Oh god, I'm thirsty. Jesus! Sorry, chat, I just need drink. Okay. Oh. Whew. Victor finishes writing out the check and hands it to Olivia, who looks as though... Alright, hold on. Okay, chat, I gotta leave later in 10 minutes, but I'll be back, so I'll put on my be right back screen. Magda finishes writing out the check and hands it to Olivia, who looks as though it may as well be Ferris writing her some kind of reprimand for her naughty behavior. The towering businessman replies again with polite inquiry. Well, do we have a deal? The girl looks up at me with pleading eyes and grabs my wrist with a firm grip. Inko, what should I do? Inko! God, why is there so much stress? Up. Fucking out again. Okay. Speak up. How can I be so stupid as not to notice? Olivia actually wants to sell her painting, and yet this guy who was practically made of money was pushing her into a corner. This was a final goodbye to Latigan. It was priceless. Excuse me, Mr. Macduff, but I think you might be mistaken. Oh, what about? Olivia didn't actually think you'd be willing to buy her portrait. I think that's why she raised the price so high. Is that true, young lady? Sorry, Mr. Macduff, but it is true. That's why I didn't put a price tag on it. I see. I'm willing to purchase it though. Are you quite certain you can't part with it? Olivia squeezed harder and made a small whimper. She's telling me that she's certain, so we apologize. I see. But I hate to leave you empty-handed, so... He then brought 3 of Olivia's other paintings and then chatted with her a bit about her art and her inspiration, though she looked noticeably subdued. If you change your mind, please do not hesitate to contact me, though I cannot promise a timely response. He hands her a business card and then left. Well, I'd say tonight went very well. Something wrong? No, that went about as well as expected. Great, how are you feeling, Olivia? Okay, I guess. With the amateur art exhibition done and Olivia's entry to the upcoming city art contest submitted, she and I decided to spend the day relaxing. All my homework was done, so it wasn't like anything better to do anyway, but to hang out with her. How are you feeling with the art contest? The day the results would be announced was a week away, and I was anxious with her anticipation for her. Pretty good. I guess at least it'll go better this time. Anyway, could you put in Guilty Grug? Guilty Gear? How many references? PlayStation 2? I remember for a moment, I recall the time I purchased it for her. I bought it from a game store she liked, but that I didn't much care for. The place always stank of BO, and the walls were lined floor to ceiling with kitschy gaming paraphernalia that screamed man-child, that were glass cases protecting decade-old games that sold for sometimes hundreds of dollars, and I couldn't imagine paying that much for any game. I went in by myself one day, determined to find something to surprise her, and I came across a game called Edge of the Enders. It was a big mecha game that I was certain she hadn't played. Okay, sorry chat, I need to go. Kept you waiting, huh? Ooh, sorry, I had to help my mom pick up some stuff. She went to her JB. She bought some snacks. Now let's continue with this. My memories will quickly surge as she proceeded to binge it for the next several hours, controlling a building-sized mecha that glided through the air, destroying the other mecha with an arm-mounted blade, and an ever-expanding array of weaponry. Shut the fuck up! This is Titanfall! She even hit up in an ending cutscene with the mecha's AI saying to the pilot, "This is what I live for, this is the purpose of living for those who have no life." This is the same thing as Titanfall 2 when BT said like, I think he said Protocol 3, protect the pilot. And then Jack's like, BT! And she hadn't played it since. Hey, what? You're looking out like an NPC with a pathing error. I was just reminiscing about something. Well, quit reminiscing and put my game in so I can whoop your butt some more. I put Guilty Gear Strive. Shut up and take your controller. Come heaven or hell or high water, I'm going to have the higher win ratio this time. You wish, dork. She picked a main. Bam. Hot door drive. A woman martial artist who stood out from the rest of the cast by not using weapons. And I picked a poser who looked like a slimmer version of Nathan Rock's Lois from Death Croc and wielded a Crimson Scythe. I think I know who the Crimson Scythe one is. I think I know. We played for the next several hours until my thumb is sore. Olivia gets so excited that her tongue lolls out of her mouth a few times. We finished our session and we still have the higher win ratio, though I had managed to pop the gap to 6-4 in her favor. A new best for me. Then we ordered pizza and watched movies for the rest of the night. A couple of days later, Liz invited us to the revolving restaurant again. She said that this time we would meet her there with Damien and it will be a double date. We both arrived at the appointment time and walked past the bar. Hang on, I gotta use the bathroom. Okay? I'll be waiting with Liz. See you in a bit. I approach Liz, who looks out of it as though she'd rather be somewhere else. Hey Liz. Hey. Where's Damien? He couldn't make it. Oh, why? No, he just texted me a few minutes ago saying that he couldn't make it. Now he's not responding to my text. I see. I hope he's alright. An awkward silence follows in which I wait for Liz to say something, but she looks grumpy for some reason. So what's up? Not much. The amateur exhibition went pretty well the other day, didn't it? I guess Olivia got what she wanted out of it. Yes, I guess she did. Someone had to. This is starting to remind me of the time the three of us were here the year before. I can feel a creeping dread. Liz, is something the matter? You tell me. Tell you what? What's wrong? So you don't know? No, what? Could you just tell me what's bothering you? What's bothering me is... Look, Damien mentioned something the other day. Okay. He said he'd been reluctant to talk to Olivia again since she said something really nasty to him last year. Something really nasty about me. My heart sank. I see. Guess it's not fair for me to be angry at you. Honestly, didn't know. Well, so you did know? No, I mean, I don't know what exactly Olivia said about you. She told me a while ago when we went camping that she said something nasty about you to Damien, but didn't elaborate. And you didn't ask? I didn't ask because I didn't want to know. Alright, fair enough. I don't blame you for wanting to remain ignorant of what Olivia said. But it doesn't bother me but it does bother me that you knew she said something and you still asked me to help her. For crying out loud, I tried to keep my voice as measured as possible. What should I have said? Hey Liz, you mind helping me help Olivia? I will actually said something about you behind your back. What you should have done was have her talk to me face to face instead of being her intermediary, which I suspect you did because you knew she'd be too much of a coward to confront me. Jeez. Oh, no. Sup, I miss anything? Something the matter? What did you say to Damien about me last year? Olivia's composure melts and now she looks like she's on the verge of tears. Liz herself speaks with a calm that's frightening. Well, and yet the girl's breathing hitches under the Brachiosaurus' playful gaze. Look at me, Olivia. Liz, stop it. Didn't you invite us to have lunch or to scold Olivia? I'm just wondering when Olivia's gonna grow up and stop being a brat who takes advantage of the kindness and generosity of others. It was my idea to come to you. It was my idea to come to you to help Olivia sell some of her artwork. Yeah, and if I had known before, I wouldn't have been bothered helping either of you. The expression on Olivia's face looks like she just wanted to turn invisible and hide in a safe place. Liz, what's gotten into you? She sighs. I'm just tired, Inko. I'm tired of a bull crap. Oh, for God's sake, are you really going to hold a grudge over something that happened a year ago? Is it worth hurting a friendship over something so petty? Don't even begin to talk to me about being petty, Inko. I'm sorry. All I wanted to do was help Olivia. I know it just hurts to feel taken advantage of. Liz, I'm telling you, she feels really bad about it. Then tell her to stop being a coward and apologize like a grown-up would. Her belly-contained rage was starting to frighten even me. I could feel my flight or fight instincts kick in, and part of me wanted to go off on her like I wanted to with Ben. I'll talk to her, okay? You do that. I found Olivia at the bar drinking a ginger ale. She's staring into it with a guilt-ridden expression. No mimosa this time? No. You remember when I found you sitting here with your mimosa? I don't remember drinking a mimosa, just a virgin mimosa. We both chuckled. I remember how you were scared to get my cooties. I remember the look of disappointment on your face when I refused to put my lips on your glass. Yeah, but we've gotten plenty of each other's cooties, so that's not an issue. Looking back on it now, it's obvious from all those little tells that you had a crush on me. Big time. Ingo, I'm so sorry. For what? Saying something behind someone's back? And I can't believe she'd invite us here to spring this on us. On you? Is that really why we're here? Actually, she did say Damien couldn't make it. Maybe she was just upset about that and it got to her. Could be, and I didn't know before if she knew I had said anything about her. I just hope we could ignore it and pretend that it never happened. She said Damien mentioned it to her the other day. Really? Why would he wait a whole year to tell her? Oh, I think he might have accidentally let slip. Hold on. What the fuck's my model? So weird now. Knowing Damien, he probably blurted it out without meaning to. Probably, he's not the type to want to create a bad blood, but he is a dummy. I guess Liz has been ruminating on it for a while, and now Damien's not showing up, it's just acting as a catalyst for anger or something. Maybe. I'm still sorry, Nico. Come on, there's nothing to apologize for. This is right. I'm a brat who takes advantage of others. You, most of all. I see the pain expression, and it's exactly as it was on the day I found her in the rain. It tears my heart up to see such hurt in her eyes. Olivia, don't tell me you still think about that. I think about it a lot. Sometimes I wake up at night next to you and I wonder, Who is this nice guy who loves me, and who in their right mind would ever do such a thing to him? It's not worth beating herself up over. It's ancient history as far as I'm concerned. Why didn't you get angry at me? She blurts out the question as though it had been fighting to get out. It was a question I asked myself on occasion. Most people in my position would have, and they have been right too. Perhaps I may have if I had possessed as much of a spine back then as now. But I know that either way, the true answer was that I had pitied her, and I knew that was the last thing she'd ever want to hear, especially from me of all people. I thought you were done living in the past. I want to be, but something always has to pull me back there. So don't let it. Damn it, Liz. What should we do? God, how long is this? I want to play the main story. Please, I thought that simple camping trip, not a whole. And there's about this. I'm going to the bathroom. I think we should try and work this out with Liz. I don't think you owe her an apology, but I think we at least owe it to her to reach an understanding. I don't want to talk to her. Why not? Because she scares me. She scares you? You, the carnivore with big fangs, afraid of Liz who is as friendly and wholesome as one of those ponies from that one show. You mean she doesn't scare you? Alright, I admit she can be scary, but when someone who never swears and who always in a positive mood decides to get angry, you know she means business. It's not just that, I've told you that she makes me feel insecure. So then why don't you tell her? No, I don't want to tell her that. She really thinks I'm a coward and a brat. So then prove her wrong. If you leave now, she may hold a grudge, but last impression will be of you fleeing from her. So then let her have that impression. I don't give a shit. Call her bluff. I think you do give a shit. If you leave now, this may haunt you. She whined. Come on, I'll be here with you for more support. Okay. Hi, are you feeling better? I'm okay. Liz sighs. I want to apologize to you. I didn't invite you both to go off on you. I really just want to have a nice time, just the four of us. It's okay, Liz, but please believe me when I say I'm not the person I was last year. I know, and I know you were going through a tough time, and I'm glad to see you getting better and pulling yourself up by your bootstrap. He just blurted out one day. I'm afraid so. I suggested, since we all hadn't been together in a while, that we all have lunch sometimes. Then he got a surprised look on his face and said, I thought you and Olivia weren't speaking to him since he said that nasty thing about you. And I said, what nasty thing? He said, forget it. I thought I already told you once before, but now I remember I never want to create drama between you two. Then he got tight-lipped and refused to say anything more on the matter. Sean sounds like Damien, alright. Although it didn't bother me, but when I got a text from Damien a little while ago saying he couldn't make it, I thought he didn't want to see Olivia again, because I know there was something between the two of them, and then I got frustrated because I didn't want to feel like the odd one out again. Then it just kept snowballing with a bunch of other stuff that has been on my mind until it got me angry, and then I just went off on her just now. So you just assume Damien didn't want to show up because of Olivia? Yes? That doesn't seem like him. Well, he won't answer my text, and I already texted him back twice as he hasn't gotten back to me. He just pulls out her phone. Oh, just as I say this, I'm blowing up. It's Damien. He's been saying he's having car trouble. Is he okay? Yeah, just a flat tire. He's changing it, but his spare was flat too. Oh damn, that's not good. Talk about bad luck. He says he's getting a tow truck, and now that he's really sorry he couldn't make it. Olivia began texting Damien, and the two have a back and forth for a bit. I just said I'm sorry for not staying in touch with him, and he said he understands and just wants to give time to get over everything that happened. He's not mad. And I guess it's just the three of us again. We order our food and maintain pleasant conversation. Then I decide to remind Olivia of what we talked about before. Olivia, do you still want to tell Liz something? Come on, tell me what? Come on, now's the ideal time. The Gator girl locked eyes with the branches or sometimes I feel nervous around you. Oh? Why? You just scare me a little sometimes. I'm not trying to. I know, and I know it's a me problem. I get it, but it's not just you. A lot of people just feel nervous around us larger dinos. It can be just as frustrating for us, especially us long-necked ones. Our necks always get hurt from just having to crane our necks down to the eye level with everyone else, and sometimes it really does feel like we are talking down to people, even when we don't mean to. We sometimes act condescending. I'm not proud to admit it, but I was even trying to scare you just now. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Sometimes, a lot of times, I can be an inconsiderate brat, and when I said that mean thing about you, I don't want to repeat it. I was speaking from insecurity. I feel like a loser compared to you because you've always seemed to know what you're doing, and I struggle just to keep up with everyone else. Sometimes I feel insecure around you too. I worked hard because I want to keep up with everyone else too, and I know I could never paint or draw like you, so I apply myself to computer and graphics design because that's what I do best. And sometimes I feel like you don't even have to try to be good at art. You just are. That's not true. I know I have talent, but I still had to work hard to hone my skills. I know you had to work really hard, and I can respect that, but some people can work hard their entire lives and still not have that kind of raw talent, and sometimes it just feels unfair. And after I hear someone admit they were envious of me, you're very talented, and I'm happy for you to see you just starting to make your way as an artist. Thanks. I'm happy to see you make your way too, and I appreciate us working together as friends. And thank you, Inko. What did I do? You made me talk it out with Liz, and when I just wanted to leave. I guess I should be thanking you as well. I was hoping you two will leave so I wouldn't have to say I'm sorry, but I would have been sorrier than that on my conscience. Guess I'm not such a bad demon in my own right. I suppose not. I'm still a dork. Whatever you say, Hot Wheels. The day the results of the City Art Contest were to be announced arrived, and Olivia and I went to the newly reconstructed Volcadia Civic Center in anticipation. Is this the one of the projects your parents worked on? It is! Stuff like this is why they were seldom home last year, and why they're still busy in Volcadia for that matter. Now that all the biggest construction projects are winding down, they may move again. Of course, I've chosen to plant my flag here. I'm glad you stuck around. She and I shared a silent moment of gazing into each other's eyes. Oh god damn, it's Riley again. Hey, what up, homie? Hey Riley, glad you could make it. Got nothing better to do. What's up, Olivia, What's up? Okay. Are you nervous? Guess so. Submitted what I thought was the best work recently, then I just sat back and tried to relax. But now that the day is here, I kinda want it to be over with already. I know what you mean. I'm nervous as a motherfucker. I thought I wasn't gonna be no big deal, but now I'm like, well, nobody likes what I submitted. Guess now I know how Trish feels. She family? Yeah, she's my sister. She can be a real pleasant person to be around sometimes. And used to get on my damn nerves with that constant they then pronoun policing bullshit. But she also had a band with some friends and her from high school. Sometimes they get made fun of real bad. Like how bad? Shit, there's one time they got laughed off the stage. Didn't even have the chance to finish the set. If I never got laughed at by the entire school. It was the entire school, just whoever showed up at their concert. Still, that's rough. Shit, they ain't half as bad as this one prank she pulled on this one human dude that one time. That was cold-blooded. Aren't you guys already cold-blooded? Shut up, you know what I mean. Anyway, they're not going to announce the results for a couple hours. You guys want to get something to eat? I'm buying. Hell yeah, I'm hungry as a motherfucker. As we head to the nearby restaurant and grab some lunch, we take our time to enjoy our meal and chatting with each other. Riley said Oh god. Hey Riley, you said something about a prank your sister pulled on a human. Oh damn, yeah, that was some fucked up shit. What'd she do? So like in the second half of the senior year back in 2020, there was this human transfer. Apparently he got bullied real fucking bad back when he came from rock bottom, I think, and begged to be put in a different school. So anyways, he gets sweet on Trish's best friend Fang, and like she didn't like that because she thought he was trying to steal away her best friend and wreck their whole band dynamic. And then she gets the idea to humiliate him in front of the whole student body during an assembly in the auditorium. How she managed that? She got a whole some embarrassing shit she made of himself photoshopped with some enemy girls, then put it in the flash drive in the projector. The whole school saw and started laughing. Instantly, he becomes a paria? I don't know what that is. And then he takes a nasty tumble down the front steps, then fucks him up pretty bad. Fang stuck by him though. She even helped carry him back to his apartment in the skin roll. Wow, that is pretty messed up. Yeah, but Trish ain't like that no more. She ain't on that's the dude name. They became friends. That's good to know at least. I hear a sniffling sound from Olivia. Yo, Olivia, what's wrong with you, girl? She looks at me with tears streaming down her snoot. Well, if you excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. You take care while I'm gone, you too. Inko, how is what I did to you any different? First of all, what you did was nowhere near as bad. What happened to Anon sounds like something from my worst nightmares. All that happened to me was some people thought I was a better artist than I actually am. And most people forget by the end of the week. But the act itself, I was no better. What Riley described just hit too close to home. I was recall him saying they became friends, so obviously Anon forgave her. I don't see how anyone could forgive that. When you're on the outside looking in it doesn't sound so much worse, Inko. I'm sorry, I don't deserve you. Comfort her. I'm not saving in that part. Why would I not comfort her? But I have forgiven it. It doesn't matter to me anymore. And what Trish did, she did that out of malice. She just wanted to know who you were. You wanted to be able to define yourself, to know what you could do. You could be somebody compared to that. What does one little mistake matter? It's not worth beating yourself up over. And I told you that I'll be your friend and I'll always be your friend. Doesn't change, then won't change. I gazed into her eyes which continued to fill with tears. Olivia, I love you. 3 years later. Time skip. Damn. I just gotten back from shooting a wedding. It was almost fun. It was the most fun I had taking photos since the wedding. I shot a band for Latican in high school. I'm careful to keep as quiet as I enter. Olivia was usually streaming at this time, and I didn't want to disrupt her, but she could get very grouchy if I made too much noise. I like the drip though. Oh, you see, I grew a beard. Even if her audience didn't hear me, she often did, and it broke her concentration. I sat on the leg rest and opened my laptop to go through all the photos again. Wow! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, damn! Oh! Oh! God. Okay. I hear Olivia enter the room, but I don't look up from my work as I greet her absently. Hey, sweetheart. How was your day? Same old, same old. Just another day of streaming. Uh-huh. I was looking at the photos of the bride and her groom laughing as she shoves cake into her face. His own hand is raised and poised to do the same. I can't help but smile and remember the photo I had taken of the cab driver and his wife, whom he affectionately called Dr. Girlfriend. Don't know what that was about. How was your day? Great, that was a fun wedding. Maybe someday you and I can. She trails off. Can what? I've taken my eyes off my laptop. I can barely see her in my perep. Nothing. Would you like something to eat? That'd be great. Starving. Was too busy shooting everyone's photos. I couldn't even sample their catered food. Even with focusing on quality over quantity, I still managed to fill up an entire memory card. Developing these was going to take a time. My girlfriend returns with a sandwich and a can of soda. Thanks. I munch on my sandwich and with one hand while scrolling through the pictures with the other. I'm tapping my toe to a song I've heard on the radio on the drive back. Ingo, would you mind taking the painting off the wall? It takes me a moment to register what she was talking about. She's looking at the painting of the fountain. Incredulously, I asked through a mouthful of sandwich, "Why?" Because I'm tired of looking at it. I carefully chew the rest of my mouthful and swallow, mindful of not wanting to choke in surprise. But you painted that for Latican, and I wish he was here now so I could take a fucking axe to it like he did those other shitty paintings I made. I can only gape in disbelief who was this woman to say such an awful thing and what she had done with my Gator girl. Olivia, how can you say that? Oh. Why did you let me sell it to that man? Macduff? Yes, why didn't you let me sell it? What are you talking about? It was your decision. No, I actually wanted to sell it. You had to speak up and decide for me. Well, I'm sorry, you seem very sure you didn't want to sell it. No, I mean, damn it! I was about to change my mind, but you just had to open your big mouth. For fuck's sakes, Olivia, the man was practically offering to buy your firstborn child from the look on your face. If you really didn't want to sell it, then you should have said something. Of course I wanted to fucking sell it. I just was working up the nerve. How the hell was I supposed to know that? You just should have. You're you're always making the decisions for me. No, that was your decision. Take some damn responsibility for once in your life. And what the fuck is that supposed to mean? It means what it means, Olivia. You've never taken responsibility for anything in your life. Perhaps, Jesus, you wouldn't even take responsibility for that shit you did to me back in St. Hammond. You bastard. That you would really bring that up just to win an argument. I'm not trying to win anything. I'm trying to prove a point. You never once taken responsibility for anything you've done. You always let it fall to me. And you only just now feel this way? No. I've always felt this way because it's always been that way. So why wait until now to tell me? Because I no, you don't need to say it. I can see it written all over your face. You pitied me. She says it with such hopelessness and defeat that her voice comes out weak sounding. I look down. At some point, I had bolted up and set my laptop tumbling into the floor. It was currently displaying an image of the bride and groom sharing their vows. I sigh. Olivia, what are we fighting for? I'm the one fighting. You didn't do anything. I'm just frustrated and angry and in a bad mood. In a bad stream or something. She gives a frustrated sigh. No, for fuck's sake, Ingo, my life isn't just all streaming. Sorry, I never said it was. Sometimes it feels that way, whether I'm shut in a room streaming to an audience or shut in a room playing video games and watching anime. What's the fucking difference? I haven't done anything. I haven't made any progress. That isn't true. You still pay your half of the rent. She sighs angrily and I know I said something stupid. Ingo, is that all we are? Just roommates. I sit beside her and hold her hand. What are we still doing? We're getting by. I don't want to be getting by. I want more than this by now. We've made so much progress though. Have I? It's not like how it was years ago. It's easy to make progress when you've hit rock bottom. At first, it did feel good to make that progress. I felt more alive than I had in a long time. I felt like I was going somewhere that I was going to be someone. Then, at a certain point, I just leveled out and hadn't made any progress since. Sure, streaming can be fun and this still helps me sell the occasional painting, but now I just feel mediocre and I know that without you, I'd just be living famine or feast. Our business is just starting. Your business. I know you still print copies of my painting, but the bulk of your income still comes from your photography and no, I hate this. I hate talking about money. That's all that matters. I just don't feel the passion that I used to. I feel like something is holding me back and I can't for the life figure out what it is. But more than that, Inko, I'm scared. Scared of what? I'm scared of holding back. Olivia, how could you say that? Back, look at me. I'd be nothing without you. I don't even like thinking about where I'd be, let alone what I'd be without you. I'm sorry I haven't been showing it lately, but you mean everything to me. I've just gotten so used to life with you that sometimes it's easy to take you for granted. But believe me, I wouldn't even be able to function without you. Just thinking about not having you in my life makes me panicky. You haven't been holding me back, if anything. A sudden realization hits me. It's strong enough to make me tear up with remorse. I've been holding you back. Her voice is gentle and soothing. No, you haven't. I can't imagine where I'd be without you either. But you're right. I did pity you. I loved you, but I didn't always have faith in you. That's not true. You still encouraged me and helped me when I needed it the most. And you're right, it was my decision to not sell the painting. I was afraid of letting it go. I've always been afraid of letting go. Frankly, it's something of a miracle I've made it this far without you. I'd be, I don't know, still living the pain, shut in my room all day with a recluse. I think you're being too hard on yourself, but I have faith you haven't stopped yet. You've only hit a plateau is all. Listen, my work can wait. don't we go to Dynamos like we used to? I remember the last time we went there. We're still there. So many places we used to go are gone now. I was thinking about it the other day. Still there. She gave a happy whine and wagged her tail. Anchovies? Yes, absolutely. Okay. I'm still not sharing. It was a nostalgic experience for the both of us. The feeling of coming back to an old haunt was bittersweet, and at times I almost feel like tearing up with regret. Dynamos was the same, but we weren't adults now, and life had a way of separating us from friends and families, even if they were still there. That fire of friendship and family wasn't quite as strong as before. I suppose it was going overdue for some kindling, but between my hectic and unpredictable work schedule, I don't know where to begin to stoke these old flames. But this was nice enough for now, just being there for her. Later that night, she asked me to carry her to our bed like I used to. We lay side by side, and after a while I realized I was gazing up at the ceiling, not blinking. Though autopilot had been turned off and I was gazing at nothing, feeling the weight of my own life on my shoulder. I also wanted more than this by now. I wanted more for her as well. But somewhere along the way, the magic just gradually faded as I stepped into adulthood. It seemed like she only had one foot in my world and the other foot in hers. Her world was still full of magic she shed when painting. My world may as well have been peeking at other people's world and happiness with what I realized was growing envy. Hey, you're looking at nothing. I was just thinking again. About what? About us. I'm sorry I yelled at you. It's alright. Maybe we can still contact that McDuff guy and sell it if you want. She sighed. No, that's in the past. It was my decision. But you're right. I did speak up for you. I could say something more, but I was afraid of letting go. When I painted that, it felt for a moment like he was there beside me. I didn't want to finish painting, I wanted to paint it forever. She breaks down in tears. I didn't want to let go. I still don't. It still hurts. Even after all this time, it still hurts. I hold her close and she lets it all out. I miss Lana can do. Though not as much as she. And when she cries like this, it makes me cry as well. Frightened to see her hurt like this. She cries herself out like, and now she's snoring gently into me. But it's a while before I follow her into a blissful slumber. Tomorrow's another day. And how will I share with her? Will she continue to grow, or will I unintentionally stimulate her growth even more? Ending of 2 or 4. A life worth sharing. Ending 2 or 4? The fuck you mean ending 2 or 4? Oh, that's... Okay, I just want to see the other dialogue options. Go off, Ben. I can't control my fury anymore. Maybe I just don't want to. My god, Ben, you're still the same smurry piece of shit know-it-all you've always were. Yeah, maybe Olivia did have problems the past year, but at least she's changed. You, on the other hand, haven't changed. You're still the same psycho, completely detached from feelings. And I'll tell you something else. All the problems she had were all your doings. You're the one who broke her with all your manipulative bullshit. Your girlfriend is the one who hurt and abused her. And me? I'm just trying to clean up the mess you made, you fucking psycho. If not for you, Olivia wouldn't need me to repair her broken soul, and I wouldn't have you undoing all my hard work with your nonsense. What's so funny, Mia? The crimson parasol pointed behind me. No, Olivia. Fuck. Damn it, Ben, look what you made me do. I'm sorry, Uncle, that was all rather. Don't apologize for embarrassing himself in front of his girlfriend. He's the one who fucked He and a handbag on wheels. Or whatever, come on Ben. Let's scray. Clearly, you're not wanted around here. Smooth and cool. Real smooth. Later I find Ryan this art display. Oh wait! This is like the same thing, but... Okay. Okay, that's basically the same thing. No, Oh fuck. Alright. I'll say nothing. I gently pry her fingers from her wrist and hold her hand and give it a gentle squeeze. Ingo. She looks like she's about to break down and wail. I simply give her my most reassuring smile. Miss Halford? Okay, it's a deal. The fingers on her other hands close on the check while she takes reluctantly. Splendid! I promise you will never regret your decision. If you say so. Young lady? Olivia meets his gaze. I know this is not the last portrait you will ever make, nor do I believe this is even your best. I can tell this painting means a great deal to you because I can sense the sorrow within. It is grief, isn't it? Yes. For Latican? Yes. And now I feel like we've just sold a piece of my soul. Macduff smiled. We haven't, because I can tell the grief you're feeling, and I have been feeling for the entire time, isn't only for Latican. It is for yourself. You're grieving for the loss of your old life and your old self, facing down nascent adulthood. Let go of the past. You still have your whole life ahead of you. The businessman hands Olivia a card with contact information. Please don't hesitate to contact me. I enjoy keeping a correspondence with every artist I encounter. Okay, and thank you. Macduff nods and then turns. Olivia, I'm impressed. Thanks, but right now I'm just in shock. I'm still sad. Ingo, you didn't take a picture of my painting, did you? I did indeed. I made sure it was the best quality I could muster. I couldn't even print copies out and sell them into your streaming audience. Yeah, I guess so. Would you mind holding onto this check? Yeah, of course. I take both the check and the business card and put them in my wallet. The feeling was quite surreal, and once the check is nestled between the 10s and 20s and then safely in my pocket, my wallet suddenly feels much heavier. Thank you, and now I need a moment. I need to be alone for a moment. Of course, take all the time you need. Liz glares daggers at me. What? Just what did you whisper, Olivia? All I did was give her some business advice my dad gave me once. Which was, he said that if someone asks you to name your price, always give them a figure that's more than what you know or what you think you're worth. Yeah, that's actually pretty good advice. You think so? You had me worried for a moment there. What if I thought you told her to take him to the cleaners or something? I mean, I kinda did. I mean, kinda? It's a lot more complicated than that. But I said the worst they can do is refuse to make a counter offer, and I know that's important in negotiating. True, but that's still more complicated than that. Values are subjective, especially when it comes to selling art. Like in studying economics, I've learned that the subjective theory of value, or the idea that anything's only worth what you're willing to pay for it. Is that really true? Okay, I don't know if this mod has like multiple endings. So I might have to check because it's getting quite late right now. I'll stream a bit more, then I will end for the day. But don't worry, tomorrow we'll be playing the main game and not the side game. I'll leave that for getting all the endings, I think. But I'll just continue this. Is it really true? I feel like this has to be an objective way to measure what something is really worth. By all means, try, but I dare you to try and replicate Olivia's skill using the same amount of labor and resource as she. That's actually a pretty good point. Could labor for years to make a painting half as good as what she does with barely any effort. enough that label would make your painting more valuable to the average consumer. Where I felt that moment must have been how Olivia felt before meeting Macduff, except I knew my art was no good. Man, I just acknowledged that it makes me feel like more envious Olivia's talent and skill. Join the club. But that's why negotiating price is more important than stuff like this. Sure, but something occurred to me just now. I told her to name a figure greater than what she thinks she's worth. What if it just feeds into her imposter syndrome? Me in constant worry that she's not good as people say they're taking pity out of. Yeah, exactly. Do you think that's what Macduff was doing just now? Not really. Seemed like he actually wanted the painting an awful lot. But then he's got the money to burn. But what matters is he's willing to buy her painting, and how many of those disingenuous types who give Olivia phony praises that would pony up that much money for her art? Probably none. Exactly. And whether Olivia thinks she's worth that much or not doesn't matter. Other people will think she's worth that much because that's the bench she set for herself. When she named her price and Macduff gladly paid it. Are you saying what other people think matters most? Sometimes yes. That's how business is. Otherwise stocks wouldn't fluctuate constantly based on based on even the most trivial of things. And sure, you can say that's shallow, but at the end of the day, Olivia named her own price, and somebody was willing to pay it. Although naming a price and then immediately raising it is a poor form. But I think it was Wayland could see what Olivia was really doing and was trying to help her overcome it. So I gave her good advice, He did more than that. He gave her the best possible footnote for any artist could ask. This is good for just her self-esteem but her career. Wow, I grabbed my chest and I felt tight. You okay? You have no idea how close I am to fucking that all up just by opening my big mouth. Believe me, it all took my willpower to stay silent and let Olivia handle it herself. Then I'm relieved for the both of you. Me too. In fact, I think I need to be alone for a moment now. Sure thing. I walked to the table where refreshments were laid out and I grabbed a cup of punch. I wet my throat and then just stand there and watch my hand tremble. Seeing her stare up at me like that, helped to see desperation in her eyes, had brought such a surge of emotions and a deep desire to protect her like that. I always did, but for once I did nothing and let fate take its course. It hurt. I had hurt, but I knew that one thing that most of was my ego and whether Olivia had made the right decision or not. It was all still hers. In time, she would come to accept it just as I had. Excuse me, young man. Oh, yes, Mr. Macduff? The formidable businessman extends a massive hand, dressed in an immaculate suit. He looks like a modern-day aristocrat. Wayland? I shook hands, my own hand enveloped in his. Incognito, my father has told me about you. He's a businessman, I presume. He and my mother are joint partners as architect. They actually met you once. You have to forgive me, I can't recall them at the moment. I meet with so many people, you understand. That's fine, my dad and mom have still a lot of things to say about you. Mr. Wayland smiled and nodded. I see, and it looks as though you're following in their footsteps. What do you mean? The fetching young lass? You are her Buicks, I take. Yep, Olive and I have been an item since high school. I had the impression you and she were partners in your burgeoning business. I suppose we are. She does art streams for a living now, and I've even helped her sell printouts of her art to her fans. And I'm currently in school, so I can start my own photography business one day. She and I both attend St. Hammonds and learn about Attica, and he taught me a lot of photography, and in turn, used what I learned from him to take photos she needed to make the portrait. Impressive. So it was a collaborative event. Oh god, I need to take a shit. I'll be right back. Stomach ache. Never mind, it was a fart. Impressive, so it was a collaborative effort, okay? I suppose so, but I wouldn't want to rob Olivia of the glory she painted it, after all, and she's far better with a brush than I could ever hope to be. Even so, it seems like she couldn't have done it without you. I suppose she couldn't have done a lot of things without me, but in turn, I wouldn't be the man I am today without her. And you're fortunate to have each other, though forgive me for being so forward. I couldn't help but sense a bit of dependency from her just now. He speaks with a concerned frown. Yeah, she struggles with confidence in herself. But it took all of your restraint to not speak up on her behalf, even after you whispered your advice to her. That's something of an ingrained habit of hers. I'm ashamed to say I've encouraged it in the past. Don't be. Nothing stims personal growth more than regret. Speaking from personal experience with this, the businessman sighs. I admit, she reminds me of myself. I had similar struggles when I was both your age. He tapped his cane on his left leg, which responded to a metallic click. There were times where I felt helplessness. I felt like I wanted to give up and accept being dependent upon others, but self-loathing would just keep me from doing that. I become possessed by a singular determination to only be sufficient, but to make others envious of me. I became so wrapped up in this desire that it even alienated some of my friends and families from me. But I didn't care. I applied myself to business and the ruthless pursuit of success. I was greedy, but not for money that was only ever means to an end, but for respect and admiration, which I seldom replicated. And one day I woke up with a pile of wealth and accolades, and I still felt that gnawing dissatisfaction with life itself, and a whole host of regret had come with me. And that's when my attitude changed, and I decided to become charitable, particularly with regards to the arts, which I always had a secret desire to be a part of. And do you know how I feel today, Inko? How do you feel, Waylon? I still feel dissatisfaction. Can I help but feel a tint of despair in his voice? Do you know why? Because I'm only living viciously through the accomplishments of others. My actions are only obsessionally selfless, but I can tell you that I have always had bad, selfish, ulterior motives with regard to being a patron of the struggling artist. So it's far from productive, a habit than the acts of unspeakable duo I've seen in my time from my peers, so-called. He shivered in disgust, and I had a sudden image of the saber-toothed tiger of Wall Street. How do you feel? Do you feel dissatisfaction? For the moment, I'm content. It even feels like a relief to open up to you about it myself. Always happy to listen. Oliver and I can always keep in touch. Please do. I want to ask one thing though. Do you know what could give you satisfaction with life? Then I'm mused in on the question. Nothing, I fear. No. But do not pity me for it. I think by now I can simply choose to embrace this insatiable nature of mine. We can't always change our nature any more than we can change our physical bodies, but we can channel our nature into something productive. I suppose that's true. It's always been in my nature to seek validation from others. I thought I had outgrown it, but anymore I think I just seek validation from my friends. And from Olivia, no doubt. Her most of all. I see. Take good care of her now. I will. Victor smiled and nodded, then started to leave. I left the freshman table and went back to Olivia's place where she had returned. Hey, you feeling better now? Yep, just needed a moment to process what had happened. I seemed reluctant to sell the portrait. I didn't want to sell it at all. I brought it here to show off my best work. I expected someone to actually want to buy it, let alone for that much. That's why I kept raising the price, because I wasn't sure he would pay that amount. Caught me off guard. Inko, did I do the right thing? Can't answer that question for you. I know Latigan would be proud. gazes off to the distance, a nostalgic look in her eyes. I remember something he once said. He said it's not always about the finished product, it's about the act of creating itself. Not the destination, but the journey. Yeah, and Macduff is right. This wasn't my last painting. I don't want it to be either. I want to try to improve, and to always be thinking about the next work. So you're happy with how tonight turned out. I am, and more than that, I feel like a weight has been lifted from my shoulders. The amateur. Oh. Okay, it's just the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna skip through. Yeah, I'm gonna skip through most of it. I wish I could think of a way to smooth things over between the two of you like last year, but I'm drawing a blank, and as much as I hate to say it, I had to hold back the urge to go off on her for your sake. I think we should just leave. We don't need this bullshit. Okay, I don't deal with her either. I'm sure things will get better eventually. She's just having a bad day is all. Just let me text her before we leave. Olivia isn't feeling well, we're going to leave. Okay. Sorry. I understand. Okay, I texted her. She says she understands. Still hungry. You wanna go to Dynamo's? Sure, the food there is better anyway. Half an hour riff at Mo's, which is far friendlier site than the looming needle. I think the needle is basically a place of bad luck. Once again, Oliver's digging into a pizza pile high with anchovies. She even lets me share some of her, provided I order extra pizza for us to take home for later. Once the appetite is sated, she's in far better spirits than before. We're talking for a good hour even after the pizza is gone, and it feels like one of our first dates. This was what Olivia needed, not unnecessary drama. Okay, there's I want to see what happens if I take the bad endings. I don't know if there's multiple endings. For the first time in a long time, I began to feel exasperation with the Gator girl, but I kept my voice as gentle as possible. Olivia, listen, I've tried everything to help you overcome that, and short of going back in time to stop you from doing that, I can't think of anything more that I can do to help. Maybe if you could, the capacity that actor was already within you, and that's all on you. I could say I want to forgive you 100 times, but it's not going to change that I'm afraid you're on your own this time. You're just going to learn and accept what you've done. I love you, but I can't do what you've done already, because you didn't do only to me. You won't forgive yourself for that. I take her hand, give it a gentle squeeze, and then kiss her wrist. Nevertheless, I'm back, eager to sink my teeth with Olivia's sandwiches. Then go. Olivia marches out of the bedroom doing her I killed Fiddy man and walked with a huge grin on her face. Hey, you seem happy. I had a great day. My stream went well and I got a bunch of new subscribers and tips. You love my painting and my raspy voice when I talk about when I'm painting. That's wonderful. That you could share your gift with everyone. And guess what? I was chatting with Waylon today. Actually, I've been chatting with him every day for a while. Oh yeah? Yeah, he wants to know about business and trading. I mean, yeah, he's the only president of a big trading firm that closes $1 million deals. He gave me some advice and a little while back how to take that $5,000 and invest it. She hopped up and down like Vinny when watching two hockey players slug it out. I turned an investment of $5,000 into $100,000. Seriously? Damn. Yes, no joke. Well, guess you won't have to worry about rent for a while. I had a bad idea. Why don't we buy a house? Good, but houses are so expensive these days. Not here, dummy. It's a small town about half an hour away from here. I know commuting would be tough, but we could buy a plot of land and put a modular home on it. We could. I've seen people do things with those. And I could have a second smaller house to use as my studio, painting and streaming. And I could plant a garden for you. I've been chatting to Rosa and Stella a lot and they know everything about gardening. so much it's starting to make me a little jealous. Olivia, you know I would never. Teasing you, you dork. Oh, sure, I knew that. So, you wanna mind committing in the future when you're ready? No, starting to get a little tired of living close to the city anyway. It'd be worth it to have a place of our own. Our own place. She said it as though she could hardly believe it. It will be our own haven, our own little piece of heaven. Ending 3 or 4. I knew it! Gator Reborn! I mean... What if... we have all the bad choices? Ah, no. Load. Sure, load, yes. Go off. Skip. Skip all this. Yeah, skip. Okay. Urge Olivia on. If that hotshot could sell a centerpiece for a grand answer, we'll do the same. Going for Olivia, I bet your portrait is also worth 1,000. Macduff chuckled. The young man makes a good point. Name your own price. Sorry, it's not for sale. I just brought it here to show off what I've done, but never had any interactions with selling it. Sorry. You don't need to apologize. It is yours to do with as you wish. I'm disappointed, however. It's truly an immaculate work of art. Thank you, that means a lot to me. We chat for a bit about art inspiration, then Macduff purchases 3 of her remaining portraits. I hate to press you on matter, but you're quite certain you don't want to sell that portrait? With all due respects, Macduff, she only made this portrait in honor of that Vatican. It holds a lot of sentimental value for her. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that sooner, Olivia. Is that true, young lady? It's true. I see. If you change your mind, feel free to contact me though. Can't guarantee a time response. Yeah, I'm sure he said that. He has his card. 3 paintings. I wish you good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. See? That wasn't so bad. I got the feeling he liked your art the most out of everyone here. I suppose. All in all, it went quite well. I'll say thanks. Okay, I got ending 2 3. I get ending 4 and 1. Hey, thanks again for giving Olivia the opportunity. As much as an opportunity for me too. I look forward to working with you in the future, Olivia. Okay. Something wrong? I don't know. Maybe you're just coming down from a high of a night of success. Yeah, that must be it. Can we go home and go? Sure thing. Pack everything up. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna save here. No, what am I doing? No. Maybe I'll save at Q. No, goddamn. Yeah. Okay, it says we should confront Liz about this. Okay, scared. Okay, Damien being Damien. Comfort her. I heard a voice. As soon as I hear a voice, I know something is wrong. There's no mistaking that pitch. She's in distress, far more than anything slightly inconvenient, like needing something from the store or roll of toilet paper. No, that's not. That's emotional turmoil I hear. Oh god, Olivia, what's wrong? She crawls out of her bedroom on her hands and knees. It wasn't a sight I wasn't accustomed to. Usually she walked around our apartment on her knees. And sometimes she would crawl if she was feeling particularly playful that day. and was trying to speak up on me like a carpet predator. This time there was nothing playful about it. She's sobbing, whimpering. I can't help it but involuntarily think of her as an overgrown baby. I sat down on the carpet beside her to comfort her. What happened? She buries her face in my chest and whimpers, clutching me fiercely. It's minutes before she can muster the will to tell me what happens. My live stream. I close my eyes and gulp. I always worry if or when something like that would happen. I can already guess what. Some troll or trolls got to her and she got a meltdown live. It was something you could hear about sometimes, and when it happens to other people, what else could you do but shrug your shoulders? But it happened to Olivia now, and I can imagine having happened to similar when Mia and her clique would pick on her. Only, how did you stand up for someone when it was the faceless usernames laughing? What happened? She sniffled and gulped back tears and mucus. Just some assholes in chat wouldn't stop, and my moderators went on top of it, and she moaned in despair. I just snapped, and it was like everything had been stretching out, crashing on me at once. I inhaled, feeling her own despair through me. Sorry, I didn't realize you were so stressed out. Thought you were doing better. I thought I was too, but it felt like everything's coming down crashing. Maybe it's because you pushed yourself too hard, and what with the studying and the painting and the contest, I even she had even won the contest. She and Riley had entered into. I had thought it wouldn't have bothered her much if she didn't win, let alone place in top three. But I remember she looked as though coming face to face with her own abilities without crutch of people seeing her condition. Maybe all I know is I don't want to stream anymore. My heart sinks into my stomach. That was one thing I didn't want to hear. She's doing this fairly well at streaming, and it seemed like a viable job at least for now. If she couldn't, she or wouldn't stream, then what else could she do? Are you sure about that? It seemed a lot of people liked what you did. Don't give a handful of people that satisfaction. She shook her head. I don't care. I hate feeling like I have to show my face again and force a smile just so they don't win. I just don't want to, okay? Okay, that's fine. Nobody's forcing you. Look, I'm sorry, Inko. I just need some time. I still have a few thousand saved up. That'll be good enough for the next month or two. And I'll figure something out, alright? Sure, it's fine. Take the time you need to rest. I won't push you. I promise. Oh, damn. This is why I fucking hate trolls on the internet. 2 weeks have passed since now she broke down on stream. Come home from another day to school to see her sitting on the couch zoning out to her video games. Hey, she doesn't even take her eyes off the screen as I enter. Hi, how are you? She mainly grunts and responds. The only other sounds to be heard are the rapid clicking of buttons and the techno music from her games. She's playing Edge of the Enders, the game I bought her that she only played once. I walked past her to the kitchen. Oh, that's a nice kitchen. She didn't even bother making either of us sandwiches these days, so I took the liberty of making one for the both of us to share. Inko? Yeah? Would you bring me a soda? Sure thing. I finished making the sandwich and grabbed 2 cans of soda from the fridge. I sat down beside her and put the plate and sodas on the coffee table. See, you're playing that game again. Mm-hmm. Guess I'll have to get you the sequel. She doesn't even answer. Oh god, sorry. She was up in the frantic mayhem of mecha on mecha action. I had told her, I wasn't pushing her to get a job or do anything productive. Though occasionally I would search online for jobs she could do, possibly something working at a call center. Something for someone with a GED and a disability. Turned out it was harder than I thought. Why am I smiling? Oh, Olivia had just beaten the penultimate boss of the game, who was now giving her a tragic backstory. She fell into the maelstrom of Jupiter's magnetic field. The hero wanted to save her, but was tragically unable. Now Olivia was fighting the final boss, although from what I remember, it was a scripted battle the player was meant to lose. Olivia pauses the game and lets the controller fall to the floor. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to do. It's just a rough patch. We'll get through it. We always do. My whole life has felt like one big rough patch. She gazes at me, hopelessness in her eyes. Falling forward to my chest, she cries again, just like she had weeks prior. I hold her close to comfort her, though this time I can't help but feel exasperated. You're all I have left. I rub her back. Please don't abandon me. I promise I'll try harder. I promise. I know we're working on it. We'll figure something out. What had I done wrong? I thought I had been supporting her, but it seemed like all my efforts weren't helping. Had I just not been supportive enough? But I really tried so damn hard. What? What the hell were we supposed to do? Ending 1 of 4, 0 sum. Oh. Okay. We have one more ending, and then I'll end the stream. Okay, let's try. We should confront Liz about this. I think I don't know if I tried it. I completely forgot. They were chatting. Um. Don't comfort her. Oh, it's just the same thing. Um. Okay. Oh wait, no. Okay, maybe I think that was the same ending. We confront Liz about this. Okay, we just skip. We just skip, and then we'll try stopping at that point. Don't comfort her. Same old, just another day of streaming, I'm looking at photos of the bride and groom laughing as she shoves cake in the face. How was your day? That's a great, fun wedding. Maybe someday you and I can, yeah, this is the great, yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, sorry chat, I'm sorry. Sorry my viewers. Yeah, it was the same ending. Okay, let's try, I don't know what I'm missing out. Okay, maybe I try comforting her. Maybe something changes. I'm trying to get it all ending and I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. I don't think my laptop can handle another hour. Oh yeah, it's a live streaming thing. Okay, so I did 2, 3 and now 4. Okay, what if go off on Ben, skip. Touch Olivia on. Maybe leave. And then comfort her. Oh, it's the same ending. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna end stream here, and then tomorrow I'll try to find out how to get the ending 4. But that's Wani had that Gator. What's it called again? Rebirth and Recovery. Oh god. I really wanted to play like the main story, but I'll see if there's a way to get like the last ending, and if I don't know how, then I will just continue the main story tomorrow. Sorry, Chad, I went a bit off topic, but oh, Nick Nocturne is streaming. Maybe I might rate him for funsies. Who can I rate? Who can I rate? God, I don't know how to feel about that after. Oh, oh shit! I didn't click on. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Just trying to find someone to raid. Give me a minute. Oh god, I'm buffering a lot. Maybe it's because I accidentally clicked on the stream. No! Okay, maybe I'll close that. I think it'll be better. Okay. No. We'll raid somebody. But no, I'll stream for the next few days straight and uh take a very long break. I guess you could say break because I'm technically in school, but quote unquote break. Let's just see who's on my list that's streaming. But the mod was good. The mod was a good, very good, good mod. Imagine if it was canon though. If it was canon, I was just broken down. But it's not important now. But slash rate. Um, I don't think I can. No. I don't know if I can rate this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. This is my first big rate for a very big for a big very channel. But see you guys next time. Bye bye.
On a composite, especially not this size. And I don't know about giving away like whole toolkit, but